I have a question.
Uh-oh.
You have a question?
Oh, gosh.
It's not math, is it?
I hope not.
It is not math.
Okay.
No, it's a real serious question. Why do we think people need this book?
Aww.
I mean, at the end of the day, there's a library full of books. But what's
Lots of
going to
books.
separate this? Why do we feel like people need this book?
I mean, I just love that there are true, it's just stories about our own humanity. And,
Yeah.
And I think that when people tell their stories, they can help other people in ways that you would never even know. Denise was talking earlier about just knowing that, a friend of hers and they were struggling in their marriage, and it just kind of makes you feel not so alone if you're dealing with the same thing. Not to say you're dealing with that,
Right,
but,
no.
I think when people share and are vulnerable, which I do feel like we were vulnerable in this book, I think when people share their vulnerability and sort of show people that you can come out on the other side with God's help and the lessons that he's going to sort of teach you through your struggle. I don't think you can ever have enough of that.
Right.
I definitely don't.
comforting.
I also think that we have so many fans that are now friends of ours,
Yeah, it's
and
true.
I think that they'll get a chuckle out of learning some things
Yeah.
about us, and I hope some of them will really just have more of an understanding of why we love what we do and the message that matters as to why we do it. But one of the things that I loved as we were doing this book, when we were at the table and we were kind of going over and we were rereading some of the essays, as you were literally reading the essays out loud so that we could just kind of
we
sit
hadn't
back and
heard,
absorb, which we
right.
had not heard. I didn't hear what you had written, One of the things that I love that I hope a lot of women will gain from is you talk a lot about David, your husband. And I was blessed by that because you really put him in a spotlight. And I think as wives, we don't do that enough for our husbands.
Yeah.
We don't really admire them as much as they should be admired. And that's something I gained from it. So why do I feel like, other people should get this book? Well, that's something I took away. And now I'm the awesome wife now because of that.
All because of me and my advice.
Right. Well, yeah, but what you said, when we were first writing it, I think we were struggling even with the title of Lessons Learned, because it was like, we didn't
Right.
want to be like preachy, like we know how to live life,
Yeah.
because we definitely don't have the answers.
Yeah.
Um,
We struggled. We didn't want to even use the word wisdom.
right.
Right.
Because all wisdom comes from God.
Right.
We're not wise in and of ourselves.
No.
So,
And so just sharing our stories, but like you said, when I didn't know if my stories would, I'm kind of like, I don't know what I have to say is important. I don't know, it's my life. But then when we read each other's stories, like I loved y'all's stories.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. And then y'all would read one of mine and go, I didn't know that, you know? And so it validated for me that if I'm learning from our book, and I know y'all really well,
Right.
that I think it really is going to be encouraging people. And one thing people have said about our group is that we are just, when they've kind of gotten to know us,
we're normal.
We're just really normal people. And I
normal.
hope that when people read this book, they can get it, that, everyone's normal. Everyone has their stuff, and everyone has life.
Everybody's normal because everybody's abnormal.
right. Right.
The truth is about this book. Why does somebody need to buy it? Why do you need to buy it? We're always getting invited as moms to a baby shower or a wedding shower or a birthday lunch. I mean, how many birthday lunches for your friends do y'all go to like once a week? It feels like. And does anyone need another candle?
No.
Does anyone
Right,
need?
another-
Does
right,
anybody
right.
really need another keychain?
Right.
Or a little makeup bag? You know what I mean?
Right.
Totally.
I mean, this is something where you can give it to somebody and it's meaningful. It's almost like a really, really big, meaningful birthday
Here's
card.
a piece
Yeah.
of me.
Yeah, or shower gift or whatever. And so to me, it's gonna. I mean, I know I did write it partially, but it's gonna be my new go-to for a while.
Oh,
so.
me too.
Yep.
Get ready.
You know me, you're getting one of these.